The fear of being just a mediocre the whole life. Hi, I am Ria, and welcome to my podcast called Being Real, where unfiltered narratives meet reality. So tell me, aren't you scared of just being a mediocre your whole life? What if you aren't able to do something extraordinary? What if everything that you do is something that is done by every other person in your life? Isn't it scary? Isn't it scary to be the crowd always? I know this is a very subjective opinion to have, but I am someone who believes in not exactly standing out, but being a little different from the crowd. I don't want to do the same things everybody is doing. I mean, eventually, I do end up doing the same things everyone is doing around me, but I sort of always want to do it in my own way. I want to do it in a way that is my style, that is something that represents me, not them. And trust me, I know being a mediocre is not like a bad thing. Just because you aren't doing something revolutionary or something extraordinary, that does not mean that you are not living your life or you're doing something wrong. It's just that you are just simply doing it. And I mean, as much as fun as the act of doing is, there is nothing compared to being someone who does it differently, who does it in the most extraordinary way possible. And by extraordinary, I don't mean that you have to be some enthusiast or some revolutionary person. I just mean that you don't have to be the crowd always. Because I've realized that most of the times we are the crowd, we're not doing it because we really want to do it. We're doing it because it's the safe thing to do. It's always safe to be in the crowd, be with a group of people who are maybe eventually gonna go to the same path, who are going to travel the same road. But when you take the road not taken, when you choose a path that is actually a little different, that maybe not everybody is looking at, that's when you dare to be different. That's when you step out of your comfort zone. And that's the first thing of not being a mediocre. That's like taking a step stone to do something crazy. All my life, I've had this weird urge and this narrative in my head that I want to do something different. I want to do something that makes me remembered by. You know, I want to do something that people say that, oh, this is what that she did. This was something that I saw in her video, or I saw when I met her, or I realized that it's something that she speaks about. I want to be remembered like that. Because I don't think so there is any feeling that is better than that. When you actually try to break the walls of being different, you realize that there is so much more beyond. You realize that you're not the only one who's actually trying to break it. You're not the only one who has the hammer to the ice. You are not the only one who is traveling the road not taken. I mean, you may be amongst the few, but you are actually amongst the few. And I feel nowadays being different is also not different. Everybody is so talented, everybody is so skillful, everybody sees the world so differently that you can't always understand what's the difference between them and what's the difference between my narrative. I think that's the crazy ride, you know. uh, for the most part, I also feel like it's not about being a mediocre or being just ordinary or something. It's also about the fear that I hold. I mean, what if I get stuck with the crowd? What if I am not able to break the walls? What if I can't break the ice and I can't take the road not taken? What if that happens? What will I do? Where will I go, and how will I be known as someone who was different, who did take the road not taken? Because I don't think so it's that easy. I don't think so it's easy to step out of the comfort zone. Because when you try to be different, when you try to do something that not everybody has done, there is literally every force in this universe who tries to break you, who tries to hinder your path so badly that you get stuck. You fall, you fail, and all you do is urge, desire to just be there. Anyway, every way, just be there. Being different is the most difficult thing to do because you will always be in a room where you're not understood. That's when you realize the art of being misunderstood is actually so much more deeper. It's not just about that you're not heard or that you're not actually really understood by the other person. It's that you will eventually reach at a point where you won't be able to contemplate your own thoughts. And all you will do is exacerbate the situation. All you will do is try to be the eager peeper, the enthusiast who can never go wrong. But you are actually misunderstood. When you walk into a room and nobody's interested in knowing your job or what you do, because not because it's not cool or it's not something that they would want to listen, it's just that their brain cells don't allow them to sort of comprehend that. Their surroundings are not built that way. So being different comes with a lot of sacrifices. It comes with a lot of compromises. It comes with so much pressure and so much burden on your shoulder to be different every time. Because then you cannot have an opinion that matches with the crowd. You cannot stand for something that is niche. That is something that is everybody's point of view. Because then how are you different? How are you not a mediocre? You are exactly what everybody else is, an ordinary soul. And again, there's no harm in being that. There is nothing wrong about being ordinary. But being a revolutionary, being someone who knows that they aren't just doing it for the sake of doing it, they're actually doing it to leave a mark, to leave an impact. You have to take the road not traveled. You have to live with the pressure, the burden your whole life. Because your dreams, your aspirations, your opinions, your narratives, your ideas, everything is nothing but a pool of thoughts that maybe not everybody will understand and maybe sometimes nobody will understand. But are you okay with it? Are you okay with walking into a crowd and being looked upon not in the worst way possible, but maybe in the best way to exist, but also not something that you understand, also not something that you signed up for? Are you okay with that? Are you always okay with having an opinion that is different? That is something that you maybe not be able to say it out loud because you know there's no point. Your music taste, your style, your narratives, your fashion, your books, the way you write, the way you speak, the way you dress, everything speaks about the person you are, speaks about who you are and what you think of yourself and who do you want to become. And we all think, how can that actually judge someone, right? How can that actually make someone? But trust me, the world we live in, everything we do, everything we create, everything we put out there, or even just speak out, talks about the person we are. Even if we are just living in a character, it still holds volume, right? There is still a lot of substance to it. I mean, I have days when I wake up and I realize that I think the volume my dreams hold is something that I cannot even share to my own people because they are not just aspirations to me. They're not just something that I want to do or want to become. They are the reason I actually exist. They are the reason I wake up in the morning and I work, or I don't even work, but I think to do something. They are the reason I want to live further. So tell me, how do you explain that feeling to someone? How do you explain the feeling of working so passionately, not because you're minting out of it, but because you are creating a life out of it? How do you explain a feeling to someone that holding a mic is not just about shooting a video for my podcast? It's about sharing a part of me with everybody out there or to anybody who is just listening to this. How do you share that feeling with a bunch of people who will never even maybe understand the essence of it? But what, do you stop hanging out with them? Do you stop going out with them? No, you don't. Because that's how romanticization works. That's how being delusional works. You aren't delusional about the fact that they will understand you. You are delusional about the fact that you will survive with them no matter what. You will sort of coexist with them no matter what. And I learned the hard way, but I did. I learned that your surroundings will always have an influence on you, but it's only if you let them have it. They can't control the person you are, they can't control the narratives you hold, they can't control your style, your taste, anything until unless you let them do that. They can't make you vulnerable until you let them make you feel weak. Because aren't you the master of your own story? Aren't you the writer of your own story? Yes, I don't want anybody else to write my book. I don't want them to paint my canvas. Because trust me, even if I'm not able to write the chapters, if I'm not able to fill the book, it's fine. I want to still do it with my experiences, with my narratives, with my thoughts. I don't want them to do it for me. Don't settle for mediocrity. I've heard this quote my entire life by my parents, by my friends, by my siblings. Every person in my life has always used this somewhere or the other. But I feel like I don't really understand if they do understand the essence of it. I don't think so. They know what it really means. Nobody settles for mediocrity. Nobody settles for being meh their life. They settle for the easy path. They sometimes just choose themselves over something else, over choosing a path that was not actually chosen. Nobody deliberately decides to be a mediocre because mediocrity does not come from not having aspirations or not dreaming. It comes from just existing rather than living. I mean, I want to do it all. I want to have the best social life. I want to travel, write, read, paint, work, create, have the coolest job to exist, build my own brand, fall, fail, succeed, mint money, and have something that I am proud of. Because I want to look back and leave an impact. I don't want to be just a person who did various things in her life. So I'm not scared of being I'm not scared of not being able to earn the highest or have the coolest of jobs. I am scared of being the crowd. I am scared what if the ease of it all attracts me. But I also know that the fear of it is so big in me that I will never ever choose that path, even if there are no obstacles in it. So trust me, you don't have to settle for mediocrity. You don't have to settle for a path that is the most traveled. You don't have to choose the road that is the most taken, the dreams that are the most dreamt of. You don't have to do something because they are doing it. Nobody controls who you are. There is no path which is an easy way out. Anything you keep your hands on, your mind to, that's the way you do it. That becomes the most easiest thing for you because you decided to do it, you chose it. And I don't think so there is any greater feeling than that. There is anything that is more purer and truer than that. So what if you fail and you fall, but eventually you will succeed? You will be somewhere you look upon. So if you have the fear of being the crowd just a little, create it so big that the fear itself kills you and makes you want to do something that they want to do. Makes you take the road that is the most untouched. That is the road not traveled. Because that's when you create an empire. That's when you leave a mark.